Okay, YouTube, we are back today with Michael Lubrano. This is the weed predator, and he knows who Chris Hansen is. And yeah, before we jump into it, remember this is nothing in here is legal advice. Although I did go to law school and I have taken the bar, I am not your attorney. And so if you need some advice, contact an attorney. Okay. I had to skip the intro part just because the copyright issue, but we're jumping into it. So she mentions the brownies.
Did you dose them?
What?
Did you dose them?
No.
With weed.
They're really good. I had them before. Did you bring the smoke?
Can I just roll it up wherever?
Yeah. Let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
He wants the decoy to smell the marijuana he brought.
Yeah, so he's obviously a big pothead, which is fine. You know, everyone has their own thing. And what is not fine, however, is bringing that to a minor, right? And so we'll see later on. Michael actually got charged with attempting endangerment to a child, and so basically that can come in multiple different forms. That can either come as sexual conduct, or that can come with some illegal substance. And I believe at this time, marijuana was illegal everywhere. This is what, 2005, 2006. Even if marijuana was legal for 18, 21 and older, it would still be endangerment to a child to bring it to someone under the age. So, bringing alcohol is similar. Honestly, alcohol is probably more dangerous to a child, but yeah, so that's actually why he got charged with this. The case is a lot stronger for this because in his chat messages, he was sexual, but not quite as sexual as some other predators.
Smells good.
I mean, that looks like a lot. I don't know.
Alright, I'm just gonna go get something to drink while you finish that up, okay? You want something?
It seems something
Yep, he
about
knows.
that line gets this man thinking.
He's
Okay.
looking for
He's heard it
Chris.
Before.
I want you to just keep your hands right where I can see them, okay? And I want you to sit right down there. No, keep your hands right where I can see them. Uh-huh.
He's shocked.
What is this right here?
Some pot.
Some pop. And what was your plan tonight?
Chris kind of gave him a chuckle.
Come down,
Come
talk
down.
to her.
Talk to her.
You're Chris Hansen.
I am. Have you seen the show?
See, so they always say, just come down, talk to her. Again, the issue with that is he talked sexual in the chat log. Although it wasn't as bad as some predators, it was still, very clear what his intent was. And then bringing the marijuana makes it quite a bit worse. One, just bringing any item can help the prosecutor prove that the person that showed up was the person from the chat log, right? So they say, okay, I'm going to bring marijuana, I'm going to bring this. They show up with that. They can say, okay, well, he said he was going to show up at this time. He said he was going to bring this item. He showed up this time and he brought this item, right? Because if they don't admit that they're the one talking over online, you have to prove that to the jury. That's a fact that the jury would have to find. So this just helps strengthen that case. Second, when they bring something illegal, that can bring additional charges. They can, charge them with possession of an illegal substance, or they can charge them with endangerment of a child like they did here.
I thought you were real funny on Opie and Anthony.
You listen to me on Opie and Anthony.
Can I honestly tell you something?
Yeah,
I
please.
almost think in the back of my mind that I almost wanted this to happen.
Really?
I almost wanted this to
My
happen.
life's just going lately.
Well, tell me about it.
But, look what I did, driving around all hours of the night.
What do you...
Driving around all hours of the night. I mean, I think, a lot of predators say that they want to get caught. I don't think that's true. I think that's almost a justification for what they're doing. Like, oh, I only came because I wanted to get caught. I mean, nobody wants to go to prison. Nobody wants to be labeled a sex offender for the rest of their life, right? That destroys people's lives, and I'm not feeling sorry for him, but just all that to say, nobody wants to get caught. I think it's just a justification or a rationalization.
I'm in the waste management business. I'm a dispatcher for roll-off guys.
Waste management.
Is it a pretty
So
good
he's
job?
like a trash truck driver.
It was.
What's so funny about the brownies?
Right when I saw the brownies, I knew.
You knew what?
I knew I was going to be running into you.
Yeah, he's probably
I
seen
think
the
this is the
show.
first time we've had brownies.
I'm kind of chuckling about it just because, I shouldn't.
So you think it's funny?
No, I don't think it's funny. I mean, it's funny how dumb I'm really turning into.
Chris said this is the first time we had brownies. He was shocked that someone was thrown off by the baked goods. And I think that's why we see in later seasons of To Catch a Predator, they actually sometimes don't have brownies or cookies or lemonade or whatever out there, because I wonder if they kind of took this criticism that he kind of saw and knew. Because, I mean, obviously they want to get all the information they can for the program, right? It's a better look if the guy talks to the decoy and they can see that interaction. And it also actually helps them with the prosecution, right? Because the police can use this footage. There's no Miranda issues here. So I think I wonder if they actually took that information to heart and kind of worked off it and started to not have baked goods or drinks out there.
This girl you were chatting with online is how old?
She said 14.
14.
Yeah.
See, there we
You
go.
are
So,
how old?
I am 25.
You're 25.
Yeah.
so there, Chris asked him, right? How old was she? You may think that's kind of pointless, right? They already have it in the chat log. Why ask him? And it's because they typed in the chat log that she was 14. That doesn't mean that this guy actually saw it, right? Or that he remembered it, or that he knew it when he intended to have sexual intercourse. But here, right? He said, how old is she? 14. Case closed, right? I mean, he knew she was underage. That's exactly what they need for attempted, attempted lewd and lascivious conduct, or attempted endangerment of a child. So they're, that was huge for. It seems like a small little thing here, but it's actually a pretty big deal for the prosecution.
And so you thought that was okay to have this kind of a chat with her? Why?
Oh, I don't know. Because I can't get a girl.
Can't get a girl.
Why can't you
There
get
we
a
go.
I mean, there's got to be girls your age out there.
Yeah, there's girls my age, but I have no self-confidence, so.
Now, you seem nervous about coming over, saying you're going to have to sneak in.
I mean, that's sad, right? Self-confidence is obviously a very big thing for finding girls, or but that doesn't justify going for someone under the age of 18, right? I think some of these predators are different. I think some of them genuinely go for younger age people because they can't get someone their age, right? And so they think, okay, well, maybe if I go for someone younger, I can just being older looks cool, or it'll help them find someone younger. I think obviously that's not right. That's completely wrong. But I don't think that's quite as bad as the guys that could get a woman their age, or don't even care about a woman their age, but specifically want someone younger because they're attracted to that, right? I think those people are much more dangerous to reoffend. I think if this guy, gets caught, I think he's much less likely to go for a minor in the future than a guy that gets caught that is actually very attracted to minors and only is attracted to minors, right? I think that's a pretty different situation. And I think maybe some of these guys do just get kind of caught up in a pornography addiction, right? I think that's a third category, and they just want, just like any addiction, you need more and more of it to get that high. And I think some of these guys probably go down a path of watching, crazier and crazier stuff, and then they get onto CP, and then they feel the need to meet up with one. And again, none of these are right. I just think some of them are more dangerous than others, right, to reoffend once they're out. And I think that's something a judge might consider when they're considering the prosecution, right? Have you done this before? If any of these guys have been caught doing this before, that's a big factor, right, that a judge is and a prosecutor can always ask for a sentence, right? They can request from the judge what they think they should get. I think both a prosecutor and a judge would consider, have they reoffended before? Do they, and what kind of predator they are.
What were you so nervous about?
Running into you, but I guess it doesn't.
That doesn't seem that was much of
sneaking
a,
in wasn't
that doesn't seem like it was much of a deterrent tonight, now was it? How many times have you seen the show?
I'm a religious watcher.
A religious watcher.
Well, I watch it whenever I can.
I watch it whenever.
Sometimes I go, hunt out clips on the internet.
So you watch it on the internet too.
Yeah.
I watch it any way I can.
Watch it any way I can. This guy's a diehard Chris Hansen fan.
I love it when they play the clips on all the radio shows. And
Did you ever imagine that you'd be featured on one of our shows?
is there a hidden camera somewhere?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah, there's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them.
This religious to catch a predator fan.
So yeah, I mean, clearly he's a fan and he wasn't deterred by it. I think that's pretty crazy, right? I think most people that watch the show would never do this, right? And I think they even if you are attracted to minors and you watch this show, you'd be like, okay, well, I'm not gonna go meet up with them because it might be Chris Hansen, right? And now with the rise of YouTube predator catchers, I think police have already been doing stings for years, basically since the internet came about. But now with police doing stings, Chris Hansen is still doing it over on True Blue. You have all the YouTube predator catchers. I mean, it's more likely now than ever, and it's just wild to me how many guys we still see get caught, right? Like, I mean, every YouTuber's posting videos like once a week. Chris is catching guys. I mean, it's amazing.
It's open the possibility
Not amazing in a good way, obviously, in an absolutely horrible way.
that he might have had sex with a young teen. What do you think would have happened if I wasn't here and you were alone with a 14-year-old girl?
I couldn't tell you. I might,
You might.
a guy like me, I might, who knows
A
what,
guy like
Did you
me.
have sex with her?
Probably not, because any other time I try and have sex with a girl, I'll just...
So can you bring condoms in case?
Yeah, so that's, I mean, he might think that's a good answer, right? Like, oh, I probably wouldn't have sex with her because I don't think I'd be able to do it, right? Like, every time I try, they bleeped it out. Maybe he said he has erectile dysfunction. I mean, that might point to a severe porn addiction. I think there's a lot of studies connecting really bad porn addictions to erectile dysfunction in younger men. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that's a terrible defense, right? We learn in law school that impossibility is never a defense to attempt, right? So if you attempt to rob a bank and then you show up to rob the bank and the police are there waiting for you, and so you can never actually get in the bank. Well, you could say, hey, I never attempted to rob it. It was literally impossible for me to rob that bank. That doesn't matter, right? Or for another example, you try to shoot someone with a gun that's unloaded. And you're like, but you actually think the gun is loaded. And you try to shoot them. That's attempted murder, right? It doesn't matter that you couldn't actually shoot them because the gun is unloaded. You thought it was loaded. And so here, factual impossibility is basically never a defense.
Sure. Never leave home without them, right? So you did bring condoms.
Well, they're always in my car.
Yep.
Yeah.
You brought
I'm
him.
always prepared for nothing.
Always prepared
Well,
for
it doesn't sound like you're expecting nothing tonight. What do you think should happen?
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, Chris.
I mean, obviously you know who I am. You know what show this is.
Yeah.
You know what happens next, right?
Yep.
This is the
Arrested.
part where the cameras come out.
He thought it was being arrested. I mean, it will be soon.
For those who don't know who I am, walk in here, I say, I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. If there's anything else you want to tell us, we'd like to hear it.
No, I'm good.
No.
I
mean,
want
smart.
you to take that with you, though. Since
Right? Like, obviously, we want him to talk as much as possible. And at this point, he's given us everything, right? He's already tried one defense that it will not work. He's already confirmed that he's the one coming. He's already confirmed that, he brought the marijuana for the minor. He's given the prosecutor tons of information here. So
it's an illegal
we got
substance,
enough.
right? So he reaches into his pocket, gets out his bag, and puts the marijuana away.
Couch outside.
Since he already suspects what's waiting
took
for
the
him
weed.
outside, he takes his time getting ready to leave.
I mean, I think
It's gonna be a long night.
it's going to be a long night. Yep.
Is that it?
That's what it will be.
All right. Down?
Fist bump. I'm surprised he didn't go for the handshake. He got to shake Chris Hansen's hand, but
And just
chose a
as
fist
the
bump.
man figured, the police are
And
waiting
here
outside.
he gets arrested.
Police,
So,
stop! Hands behind your back. Bring back.
There we go. All right. Well, that was Michael Lubrano. You know, a good one. I think it's a pretty unique one because not many of them bring marijuana. I think that can be used in multiple ways, right? That can either be used, obviously, just straight up child endangerment, right? Giving up someone under the age of 18 marijuana is child endangerment. I think it can also be used to show intent, right? He attempted to basically give her this drug to relax her, maybe stimulate some sexual appetite, and I think yeah, it can be used in that way as well. So I am surprised he basically didn't get any jail time. He just had to register as a sex offender, and I think he got like probation. And I think part of that is he was pretty remorseful during the court proceeding, and I think he's a first time offender, and I think his age, I think only being 25, probably played a factor in it. I think the court does tend to sentence younger people for less time. I mean, if you're 17 and you murder someone, it's actually violates the Eighth Amendment to give them the death penalty, or just the death penalty. So someone can get life imprisonment if they're a minor and they commit a crime that's like murder, but they actually can't get the death penalty. So age does play a big factor when you're going through court proceedings, and I think him being only 25 played a role here in his lenient sentence. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. We're still pretty far away, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Go ahead and like the video too. It helps me out. It helps my videos get out there. So all right, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a good one.